Cape Town, where award-winning artist Khehla Chepape Makgato is back in the country for his solo exhibition opening today at the RK Contemporary Art Gallery in Riebeek Kasteel in the Western Cape. His latest body of work, called Chronicles of Makotopong, Memories of a Village That Raised Me. It explores and revisits the village in which he had spent the first 2 decades of his life. Chepape joins us now from our Sea Point studios to talk to us about his art and his current work. Very good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live. Thank you so much for joining us. You were recently in America for the 2018 Zagoti Press International Art Residency. Tell us more about this exciting thing.
Good morning, Belle, and thank you so much. The Zygote program, it has been a very wonderful 2 months residency in America, which every year they give an international artist a residency to come and spend 2 months and work there, producing work and working with kids in schools, teaching art. So I was fortunate to have this opportunity this year to be their international resident artist for 2 months, and it was a very wonderful and eventful program for me.
Let's talk about your current body of work where you pay a special tribute to the village that raised you. Talk to us about this village and how you honor it through this exhibition.
Well, as an artist, you know, I always have a community that raised me in my heart. And as much as I've done exhibitions outside the province, I decided to dedicate this particular one to honor this village of Makotopong that raised me. And in that exhibition, one is confronted or is faced with a body of work that really speaks to my upbringing. Like, for instance, you have twins there, which actually pays tribute to my my twin sister, because I'm a twin. So there are memories there are moments in my exhibitions where I draw from memories of my surroundings as I grew up in Makotopong, and try to really acknowledge the significance of the community that brought me up.
Let's talk about the pieces of your work that you will be showcasing from today. Which ones would you say are perhaps closest to your heart, or have the most significance, or speak directly to your home village, and just the pieces about your village, the people, your surroundings that make it extra special?
I think the entire body of work is very special, hence I have selected them for the show. But the particular one that really ties into the kind of story that I want to tell is that one called Rosina Mamogeti Pakedi, the newly appointed VC of Cape Town. In that piece, I'm paying tribute to Rosina to say, young girls or young women, black women from rural areas, they could look up to her as an inspiration to say, it doesn't matter where you come from. And the reason why I particularly choose that piece is that where I grew up, we have girls named Rosina, and for me, I think Rosina is an epitome of what a rural village can actually give the nation and give the world. A very important figure who contributes to different sectors, and in this case, into the education sector in South Africa.
Now, you're also a philanthropist and freelance art writer. Now, does your writing have sort of any impact on what you do as an artist and vice versa? Do you find that you can bounce off the two quite easily? Or does your writing, for example, help how you take a look at art and appreciate art?
Yes, it does. I mean, they complement each other. For example, I would work on a body of work, then I have to come back and write about this body of work and what it means to me. And they really go a long way together. However, with arts, in South Africa, we have a problem where arts writing is not afforded enough space, and you find that writers, they end up writing and freelancing for a really low paid wage in that sector. But then I hope as the industry of arts writing continues to grow, it will attract more and more arts writers, and they'll get paid well in that regard.
Let's very quickly talk about some of the good work that you do in your work in giving back. So you are currently launching a youth library, or you launched it last year, rather. Talk to us very quickly about that initiative before I let you go.
Okay, Khehla Chepape Makgato Youth Library, it was opened last year, and it's one of my initiatives where I really try to have young people and give access to books to young people, because I have a belief that children or youngsters cannot be faulted for not being able to read, or for the high illiteracy rate. What it means is that the society is very sick that it doesn't give access of books to children. So this came about as a way of trying to join hands with those who really feel that children, they must have access to books. And we launched the first library in Wamure Senior Secondary School last year. And it's an ongoing thing. And the goal is that by 2030, we should have many libraries across rural areas, where children in rural areas, they can have access to books like those in the urban areas.
Khehla, thank you so much for making the time to be with us on the show this morning, and well done on all your phenomenal work. May you continue on. That's renowned independent artist Khehla Chepape Makgato joining us from our Sea Point studio, and as he's been speaking to us about his latest body of work that is set to open today in Cape Town, and it's titled The Chronicles of Makotopong, Memories of a Village That Raised Me. Make sure you go and see it.